Okay, using length property we can find out the string length. And next topic is JavaScript arrays. Okay, JavaScript arrays are used to store multiple values in a single variable. So here example is JavaScript arrays. Create one variable, cities variable, using var keyword, and equal to use square bracket. We have three values: HYD, Chennai, Pune, three values. So these three values are array values. So multiple values can store in single variable. So this is called array. Here if you want to find array length, you can use length property to find the array length. So length property return the value, how many values is there in array. So here three values is there, so this length property return 3. So using array we can declare multiple values, and we can display multiple all these values using for loop. Otherwise we can display only single value by using index. Suppose if you want to display any single value from this array, you can use array index like cities of. Okay, for index use square bracket, and use index to find any value. So here cities of 2 is the index value 2. So array index start with 0. So HYD is the 0 position index, and Chennai is the 1 index, and Pune is the index value is 2. So you will get the Pune as a result. So here suppose you want to display all these values in list format, you can use for loop and display all these values in list type or in table format. So here array loop in this example, button. Okay, one button is there. In button on click event, this on click event calls my function in JavaScript. This JavaScript created one variable, another list variable. Okay, where text equal to another list tag, and here next variable fruits is the array variable, and here four types of fruits are available: banana, orange, apple, and mango. So these are the four values available in fruits array variable. So I want to display all these values in list, another list. So created text variable as another list tag, and for loop where index equal to 0 and index less than fruits dot length. So in first execution for loop, index value 0, 0 less than fruits dot length. So fruits dot length means you will get the how many fruits is there. Okay, here 4 fruits is there, so it will get a 4 value here, and index plus plus. So here text plus equal to list item fruits of index. So first time index value is 0, so you will get fruits of 0 is banana. So it will add to this text variable, and next loop goes to index plus plus. So plus plus is 1, so 1 less than 4. So 1 less than 4 is condition is true. So cursor is come to here, and fruits of 1, index value is 1, so index value 1 is orange, so orange also added to the text variable. And next, index plus plus, so here 2, index value 2, and fruits of 2 is apple, and again index plus plus 3, 3 less than fruits dot length 4, 3 less than 4, condition is true, so fruits of 3, index 3, so mango is the 3 index, so this mango also added to text variable, and text another list closed here. And document.get element by id, demo.innerhtml, demo is the paragraph, and in paragraph adding this text into paragraph, inner html equal to text, so all these fruits values displayed in another list. So run this example, so click on right button, so banana, orange, apple and mango, so all these are displaying in list format. So like this we can display array length, okay, length paragraph, and we can display only single value, okay, single value. So here, so we can display length of the string in p length paragraph, length is fruits dot length, and I want to display apple, only single value apple, so by index display fruits of second is the fruits 0 1 2, here p length paragraph id, and here single value another paragraph id. So run this example, p dot length and single value.
The fruit spelling is wrong. That is not wrong.
Huh?
Fruit spelling is wrong over
Where fruits?
there. You have declared it as fruit and here it is yes.
Okay, the spelling is wrong. Okay, fruits length and apple is the second by index displaying apple. Okay, so we can do like this by using array. we can get the single value by index, or we can get the length of the array by using length property, or we can display all values from array by using for loop. So these are the three types of tasks. And next, JavaScript break and continue statements. So we can break the statement and jump to the another statement using break statement, and continue statement we can continue from any statement. So after break, okay, break statement jumps out of a loop. Okay, for which from for loop we can jump the loop. Continue statement jumps over the iteration in the loop. In loop only we can continue the statements. So see the example break and continue statements. Here break statement, in this example, one paragraph is there, id demo, and in the script where text equal to empty variable and where I, so we can declare the where here also, where I. So text variable here displaying values from 1 to 10. So where the I value equal to 6, we can break the statement for loop. Okay, we can break the loop. So and cursor jumps out of this for loop and execute the next statement. So for loop here, first to I value is 0, I less than 10, 0 less than 10, so condition is true. If I equal to 6, I equal to 6, 0 equal to 6, this condition is not true. So the value is added to this text variable, and again I plus plus 1, I 1 equal to 6, this is also condition is not true. So and 2 value also added to text variable. So like this loop is continuing where the I value equal to 6, so the loop is break. Okay, this cursor jump to the next statement. So after for loop what is the next statement, so that statement will execute. Okay, we can break the for loop after any condition is successful. So demo paragraph inner HTML equal to text. So run this example break statement. So the number is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, up to 5 the condition is true, so successfully displayed the number 5 up to number 5. So where I equal to 6, the loop is break and continue to the next statement. The cursor is go to the next statement. So next statements are not executed after 6 if you use a break. So like this continue statement, in for loop we can continue the statements you can continue statements after the condition is success. Okay, for I equal to 0, where I equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus, phi equal to 3. I equal to 3, this condition is not successful, so just break to the next statement, and next also run this example, continue. So loop condition is not displayed in 3 value. Okay, here 0 displayed, 1 displayed, 2 displayed, 3 not displayed here, 4, 5, 6, 7 up to 9 values are displayed. So where the continuous statement is there, so after 3 you can continue the next statements also. The difference between here used double equal to, and here used triple equal to. So the main difference between the value equal to the I value is equal to particular value, and this checks only value is equal to or not. So these three triple equal to checks value is equal to 3, and type also equal to or not. So the data type is also equal to or not. I data type is the integer value, so this 3 also integer or not. This 3 triple equal to checks that value and type also, and double equal also checks only the value is equal to or not, and here type also it will check triple equal to. This is the interview question. What is the difference between equal to and triple equal to in JavaScript? Okay, triple equal to checks value and type of the value, and double equal to checks only value is equal to or not.
Sir, but in this we have I equals to 3, right? But why is 3 skipping? I did not understand.
Sorry,
I mean, that number 3 is skipping, right? It did not print.
in continuous statement.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Like we have I is equals to 3 and if it says continue, I thought it print number is 3, but it did not print in the output, right?
okay, if you use here break, okay, the loop is
Mm-hmm.
break from that condition only. Okay,
Yes.
break to the next statement. So if you use continuous
Mm-hmm.
statement, the continuation is successfully executed, we can continue the next statements also in for loop. Okay,
Okay.
uh, if I value is 3, okay, if I
Mm-hmm.
value is 3 also we can continue the statements. Okay, if
But
you use break we can break the total for loop.
okay, but text did not print 3, no, sir?
So here we are not assigned to in if loop, okay, in if condition, not added to I value. So this condition is goes to here, not here. From here to continue next statement here.
Oh,
Okay, continue. If I value is 3, continue statement goes to here. Okay, again, not goes to here.
oh, okay, okay.
If you use break statement, total for loop is breaked and execute the next statement.
Okay, okay,
So the 3 values not added. Okay, you can use
okay.
this text statement here also. So you can add 3 value also.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here 3 value also added.
Okay,
So that is the difference. Okay, understand? this value continue to next statement, not goes to
Okay.
here. And next data types completed, boolean object, and so next JavaScript regular expressions. Regular expressions that is a pattern to enter the user input. So regular expression is a sequence of characters that forms a search pattern. When you suppose uh, suppose any website you are trying to register in that website, so you will get the password text box. Some must and should you have to enter one caps letter, one small letter, anyone anyone special character, special symbol. So must and should it will display the alert box like that. So you can display the like alert boxes using regular expressions. So the user input, check the such a pattern. So regular expression, when you search for data in a text, you can use this search pattern to describe what you are searching for. Suppose in any website you are entering any, you are registering username and password and name, okay, last name you are entering, okay, first name, comma, last name, username, email, password, and like this fields you are entering, okay, for registering the application in the particular website. So that particular website provide the password like must and should you have to enter one caps letter, okay, one caps, one small letter, okay, at least mm, one special symbol, okay, special symbol. So like that we can enter first name like Deepika, last name D, and username Deepika D, and your email deepika at gmail.com, and password must and should you have to enter like that, okay, at least one caps letter like D caps, okay, Deepika, at least one small letter like these are all small letters, and special symbol, so you can use special symbol like this, okay, must and should you have to enter like this. And email also like it will check, so must and should you have to enter the email format like abc at gmail.com. So this is the format for email. So must and should you have to use at the rate and domain name dot com or dot in or dot org, okay, dot edu or anything. Must and should you have to use at the rate, okay. If you enter some site email like this, so the particular email text box will not allow the enter email like this, okay. Must and should you have to use any domain, okay. So the form violations, these are all form violations. The form violations will check the your input data, so email is for correct format or not, and password also you are entered in correct format or not. So they are provided formats the particular application. So here test and test method is there to check the your expression to your input text box value. Text method is a regular expression method. It is used to check the format is correct or not. Search pattern, this pattern is correct or not. Test method. Test method. So here in this example, one registration form is there. Okay, first name, last name, email, and mobile number. So in this example, merchant should you have to enter all these values. When you submit this button, okay, this form, this form will show the error messages. Please enter your first name. So after you enter the first name, you can submit. So please enter your last name. So it will show the error messages like this. Okay, invalid. Please provide valid phone number. Phone numbers are must and should digits, not string values. So like this, you can enter numbers only. So here also, please provide valid phone number. Phone number is US format. US mobile number format is hyphens. So it will accept now. Send email. So please provide a valid email address. So you can enter @gmail. After you enter the Gmail also, it will get the error message. .com or .org or .in or anything you can enter. Okay, success. So after enter all these values, you will get the success message. So we have to provide all these validations. So in this example, first create one HTML document, doc type HTML, head section and body. So in this body section, you have to design the registration form like a first name, last name, okay, phone number, use table, okay, table, row, okay, TD, first TD, first name, and second TD, text box. okay, td, input type equal to text, and id txt, first name, and placeholder equal to first name, like that. So last name also, last name, last name. Okay, save this form. Okay, validations.html. So these are the JavaScript validations. So take one button, input type equal to button, and next value, submit, and next on click, validate form is a JavaScript function. So when you click on button, this function is executed in JavaScript. Okay, button close. So next, write script tag in head section, and create JavaScript function like validate form, and after that, when you click on validate form, you will get the alert box. Okay, if first name text box is empty, you will get the alert box like uh, please enter first name. If last name text box is empty, alert box is please enter last name. So like this, see here, Google registration form. Okay, Google registration form. Okay, create account. Here first name, last name, email, create password, confirm password, birthday, gender, okay, phone number, and some text is there. So without enter all these values in these text boxes, submit, click on next step. So you will get the validations like this. Okay, you can't leave this empty. Okay, you can't leave this empty, you can't leave this empty. So must and should, we have to enter all these values, and after successfully enter into the text boxes, you can go to the next step. So otherwise you can't move to the next step. So like this we can write the validations. Okay, you can write the validations in this text box also. Take on span, span, you can't leave this empty. Okay, in span you can enter this. For span also take id, okay, error first name, for last name also same. Okay, error last name. So in JavaScript, enter write function if document dot element by id txt fname dot value equal to empty. So first name text box is empty. You will display this alert message, okay, error message. So this will display in first time, display in none, use display property none. So first time this error message will not display. So when you click on this button, if first name text box is empty, this error message is displayed. So document or get element by id, okay, error first name dot style dot display equal to block. So if text box is empty, it will display error message. And document get element by id text first name style dot border equal to 1 pixel border, solid red color border, okay, it will display like this. If successfully enter the text box, first name text box, you can move to the next text box, okay. And document or get element by id last name equal to empty. So first of all, if successfully enter the first name value, so remove this error message for text box in last name only, and next you can write error messages for last name, and here also last name. If this is also successful, last name styles you have to remove, display none, and border also you can remove here. Border remove and display none, border also none, okay. And alert box is success. You successfully entered the text box, these text boxes. Okay, run this example. Validations. Okay, submit. Okay, you can't leave this empty. So add this field in second row. And color is red color, and last name also same. Okay, and here first name and last name text box is there. When you click on submit button without enter first name value, you can't leave this empty. So okay, we displayed like a Google text box. Okay, you can't leave this empty. So text box border color and error message. So like this, after you enter any text first name, submit. Okay, submit and last name message, last name also displayed here. Okay, success. So here you have to mention the border. Border is none. Border solid 1 pixel. Last name text box also same. Pixel and 0 pixel. Okay, submit and enter any text. So this one also same, success. So padding also not correct here. Border 1 pixel and solid. Solid. Okay, first name and last name. So error message also cleared and success message is displayed here. Okay, like that you can enter for multiple text boxes like first email, phone number. Okay, like that. If you take here email text box, txt email, and you can't leave this empty, and email, For email, uh, separate pattern also is there. You have to test that pattern. You can find that pattern in Google. Okay, email validation, email regular expression validator. You can search for that and you will get them some pattern. So pattern like this, pattern should be like this email pattern. So this is the email valid pattern. So I will explain this. If document dot element by id txt email, txt email dot value equal to, okay, not equal to empty. If not equal to empty, if not equal to empty, the cursor is go to here and there is a email validation expression. So you can find this expression in Google. So this is the email validation expression. So this is the three parts from up to here, one part. Okay, here before the rate, after the rate here, and after dot here. So these are the three parts of filter expression. So this will check before at the rate. So you can enter caps values or small values or uh, digits or I underscore or dot or hyphen. So this expression will accept small a to z to caps a to z to 0 and underscore dot and hyphen. So after the rate it will accept small a to z caps a to z 0 to 9 and hyphen. Okay, after dot it will accept uh, .com or .org .in. Okay, caps a to z or small a to z. Okay, 0 to 9. You can give any value. Okay, 0 small a to z, caps a to z, or 0 to 9. You can enter any value and the length is 2 to 4. Okay, after dot it will accept 2 to 4 characters only it will accept. So the actually the email format is compulsory some name at the rate uh, dot first name or last name or 09 at the rate gmail.com. So your email this, so it will accept with checking of this expression. So this email first name small a to z and dot also it will accept. Okay, and last name and numbers 0 comma 9 or any 5. So from 0 to 9 you can accept any value before at the rate. Okay, before at the rate. After at the rate Gmail or anything, any domain. After that you can enter only 2 to 4 characters only, .com or .org or .in .edu. Okay, like that. Email format is like that. If text box value is not equal to empty, so it will goes to this if condition, and if if condition and not filter dot test method. In test method you have to enter text box value. Okay, in this text box value you can give here email text box value, and if the filter is not successfully equal to this condition, so alert box will display please provide valid email. Okay, valid email. After that you will get the success message. If text box name is empty, it will display please enter email. Please enter email. So if email text box is not equal to empty, the filter is created, and this the text box value must and should match to this expression. So without match to this expression, it will display alert box please provide valid email address. So otherwise the if condition is successfully entered, it will go to the next part, else part. Okay, run this example and please enter first name value and last name value, and here email, please enter email text box. Here I am entering some text. Submit, please provide valid email. So must and should you have to enter @ or any domain name or .com or .in or .anything. Okay, success. So these expressions are written like this. You have to write like this in real time also. Any expression you can find in Google. Okay, password expression for password or email, or you can enter only strings. We can enter only digits in text box, so like that. So do one example for today validations, like first name text box only accepts digits on and integers only, strings only, not accept digits. Okay, if you enter any digits in first name text box, it will show please enter only string values, alert box. If you enter string value, it will cursor successfully computed and next goes to second text box. Okay, do that example. First name and last name must and should accept only string values, not digits. So you can find that code in Google. Okay, like you can type in Google how to accept only string values in text box using JavaScript. Okay, you can search like that, you will get the answer. And one more task is password text box must and should accept only US phone number format. Okay, US phone number format like 3 digits hyphen 3 digits hyphen and next to 4 digits. So US phone number format should be like this. Okay, password text box machine should accept like this only. If you enter numbers like this, it will not accept, it don't accept. Only the text box accept only this format only. Okay, right. Do one example for this also, and first name and last name also accept only string values, don't accept digits, and phone number only accept this format only. Okay, don't accept normal integer values. Okay, did Deepika, do you understand?